Our tale of the tape sponsored by the United States Marine Corps. The few, the proud, the Marines. 29-year-old Andy Ruiz Jr. from Imperial, California, getting set to take on the 36-year-old Alexander Dimitrenko, born in Crimea, moved to Germany at the age of 19. 5-inch height advantage for Dimintrenko and an 8-inch reach advantage as well. To the ring we go. Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California, Premier Boxing Champions presents our next attraction in the ring, our co-main event of the evening, and is brought to you by MGM Resorts and Brooklyn Boxing. Introducing our three judges scoring from ringside, we have Patrick Russell, Danny Sandoval, and Zachary Young. All right, fans, here we go. 10 rounds of boxing scheduled in a heavyweight special attraction. Introducing you first on my right, fighting out of the red corner, he is wearing the trunks, joining us from Hamburg, Germany. He weighed in at 259 pounds with a record of 41 wins, 4 losses. He has 26 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the hard-hitting heavyweight contender, introducing Alexander Dimitrenko. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, this 10-round attraction, wearing black trunks with red trim, fighting out of and hailing from Imperial, California. He weighed in at 262 pounds with a fine record of 31 wins and only 1 defeat. He has 20 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the world-ranked heavyweight tonight, making his Premier Boxing Champions debut, introducing the Destroyer, Andy Ruiz Jr.
Scheduled for 10 rounds in the heavyweight division. Look at Andy Ruiz Jr., who is 3-0 with 3 knockouts at this venue. Lives about 3 hours from here in Imperial, California. Friends and family on hand. Getting set to face Alexander Dimitrenko. Comes in with a record of 41-4. His 3rd fight in the United States. Fought in Vegas back in 2002 and Atlantic City last year.
Well, I would add this, by the way, with Ruiz. Don't let that body fool you, because just like Adam Kovnatsky, who doesn't have the greatest middle in the world, this guy can fight. He's fast, he throws combinations, a great 1-2, liver shot. And I got to tell you, I think he's got a chance of stopping, as good as Dimintrenko is, I think he's got a chance of stopping Dimintrenko, and if he does, that's huge.
Dimintrenko, he's a big heavyweight, and he's tall, he's got all the advantages, he needs to use his long reach, his size, and you know, I always said a big guy can always be a good small guy. So let's see if he uses those advantages.
Joe referenced the body of Ruiz in his pro debut. He actually weighed 340 pounds yesterday at the weigh-in, 262. And he does give away 5 inches in height.
Work, guys, work. Your hands are free. Step back. Stop!
See,
take a step back.
Big thing about a lot of European fighters, they don't like mixing it up. They don't like boxing on the inside. So anytime you get close to their body, they just grab.
Nice body shot there by Ruiz.
You're going to be surprised by the quickness of Ruiz. Now, you're right about Dimintrenko trying to wrestle right there and tie up Ruiz, but that's not going to last forever. Ruiz is going to figure out his distance and his timing. And, like I said, he'll start getting to the body and he's really a deceptive-looking fighter.
Work out. Let go of him.
See, that's one way to stop
Work out of there. There you
the
go.
wrestling. He put his forearm underneath the chin of Dimintrenko, and the referee will allow him to get away with it because he knew he was being grabbed. Great body shots right there.
Dimintrenko needs to keep his elbows in. He's bending it too far down, and he needs to be more accurate with his shots, like trying to hit.
You know, you're right, and I got to tell you, really, it's not. It's a good right hand by Dimintrenko, and he does have that. I've seen it before in his videos, but I got to tell you, his instinct corner is the pressure, and he doesn't really like to back up too much. To tell the truth, and that's where he ran into trouble when he fought Joseph Parker, who stopped him in 3 rounds.
Right, we haven't really seen much pressure from Dimintrenko yet here in round 1. 15 seconds remaining.
Work out. You guys gotta work out. You gotta stop at the bell. Time!
Look at Andy Ruiz Jr., who fought for the vacant WBO title back in December of 2016 in New Zealand, lost to Joseph Parker, a majority decision. Parker also defeated Dimintrenko 2 months later.
You know, this is what I don't like about big guys. They gotta establish their jab, especially Dimintrenko. He's just pouring with it out there, and Ruiz is just walking through it. You know, you need to throw a punch to stop Ruiz from coming at you.
Yeah, I think he's using it. You're right, Lennox. He's using it as a measuring stick to try to land it. Oh, how about that left? It was a great left hand by Ruiz. Manny Robles in the corner of Ruiz told him, I want you to get closer, get away from the end of his punches, penetrate a little bit more, and start hitting that body and shortening up on your punches. And he's looking to do that right now, and Dimintrenko's looking to throw some longer punches to catch Ruiz coming in.
He's not, he's freezing up a little bit.
Well, he threw that long left uppercut trying to catch him right there, just about 5 6, but it didn't work.
I like the shots that Ruiz is throwing right now. You know, when he's getting in there, he digs to the body and throws some heavy shots like that one. And there's a lot of weight behind his punches as well.
When we asked him about his weight, going down to 262 from 340 at one point, he said, I've stepped it up and I've acted like an athlete.
Well, he's looking a lot better than he looked previous fights.
Good left hook right hand by Ruiz right now. Everything he's throwing right now has really bad intentions. He's looking to knock out Dimintrenko.
Dimitrenko's a little bit gun shy right now. He needs to get out of it. You know, he's doing a little bit too much waiting around. He's like waiting to get hit.
What's it like for these guys, Lennox, fighting outdoors in the sunlight?
Oh, I used to love it. Fighting outside. Breath of fresh air. Feel good. It's like running in morning time. Now I don't have to have walls around me. I can actually breathe some good fresh air. You know, most boxers spend their lifetime in the gym, training in the gym. The only time they go outside is when they're running and doing outside exercising. But to box outside, I loved it every time.
Well, now you get to announce outside.
I love it when it's warm.
Down to 30 seconds remaining in round 2. Ruiz and Dimintrenko.
Remember last time we were here, it wasn't so warm.
You see, when we were in the fighters meeting, I was saying to Dimintrenko, well, what do you have in store for us? And he was all quiet. He didn't want to tell us anything, but he's not doing anything. That's why. I mean, he didn't have anything to tell us. But what he needs to do in there is establish his jab, try and land that big right hand, and you know, slow down Ruiz.
All right, here we go. Watch this left hand. It's going to be a little left hand, and it's going to, well, here comes the right hand right behind it. Now, he missed with the right hand, but it was a great setup. He almost had it.
Our main event coming up next. Danny Garcia, Adrian Granados. Round 3 underway. Andy Ruiz Jr. and Alexander Dimitrenko.
Now, it was funny in the corner when Manny Robles was giving his instructions to Ruiz. Ruiz said, I threw a lazy jab and I got clipped with the right hand. You know, in other words, he got hit with a good punch.
Yeah, but, well, you know, his trainer said, well, don't get hit. Both of these guys, if anyone lands a good punch on the chin, one of these guys are going to go. And Dimintrenko's leaving his chin a little bit open.
Well, I was saying that because it's kind of remarkable. Most fighters don't kind of have that representative in the corner as a trainer telling you, yeah, I made a mistake and I got hit with the right hand. It's usually pretty self-evident that happened. I thought it was just funny that he happened to say that to his trainer while he was getting instructions. But in the meantime, it goes to show you, Dimintrenko's got power in that right hand. You got to be careful of it.
Lennox, what about the 5-inch height differential? What are the advantages and disadvantages for both?
Well, like I said, Dimintrenko needs to use his reach, use his height, and stand up a lot straighter and try and stop Ruiz, slow him down with a punch, especially with the jab. He's not throwing him down with anything. You know, he's not giving him anything to worry about. So, you know, Ruiz is just walking in there and doing what he wants to do. And, you know, when it comes to body punches by Dimintrenko, he's only thrown one body punch in this whole fight. You need to throw a lot more, especially look at this, look at Ruiz's body. Touch him down there a little bit. Slow him down. Yeah, forget the sunburn. Hit him where it's not sunburn.
Now,
it might hurt more if you hit him where he is sunburned.
Listen, if my son was watching, he would say, hit him in the belly, hit him in the belly.
I don't think that's a sunburn as much as it is the leather that's been hitting him on the body from Ruiz, to tell you the truth.
That was it. He's hurt. He's holding him up.
If that glove touches the canvas, it's a knockdown.
It did touch, and the ref actually wiped it off when he should have counted.
Exactly, I believe that, but he was saying it was a hit and a push. So
he was holding him up. Ruiz throws a serious right hand. So much velocity behind it. It's mean, it's rough, it's hard, and it's coming at you.
He's always looking for the knockout, that's for sure.
Stop at the bell.
Final seconds, round 3.
Good body punch. Oh, he's hurt. He's hurt with that body punch. And here's the right hand of Ruiz. Powerful. It hit him on the top of the head. Messed up his equilibrium.
And here comes the trainer right after that punch. He's jumping up, and then he gets held back by the commission.
And here's some more punches landing by Ruiz.
Go, second down, mouthpiece in.
And here's the end of the round. You're gonna see a good body punch.
Great fight, guys.
Ruiz.
Great fight.
Yeah, he was hurting. It was a left hook before that.
And Dimitrenko's trainer, who he saw start to get up, is the former WBC middleweight champion, Sebastian Speak, who lost to Julio Cesar Chavez at Staples Center back in 2011. Let's head over to the Ruiz corner. Heidi Andro.
Don't stand still, side to side.
Thank you very much. Manny, what did you tell him going into this round?
I don't want him to be overconfident. I want him to continue doing what he's doing, working, letting his combinations flow. Obviously, continue to work off of that jab to the chest, to the body. And he's got to take advantage of those situations when he finds himself inside and go to that body. Go to that body. I want him to dig downstairs to be able to take those legs away. Go to the body and the head will follow, as they say.
Perfect. Thank you. Kenny?
All right, thanks very much, Heidi.
Well, Kenny, look, me and Lewis, we're just watching this. But Ruiz has landed like 3 straight right hands to the body, and that's exactly the punch that put him down. And we're talking about Dimintrenko against Parker, Joseph Parker, when he quit in the 3rd round. And he's getting hit in that same spot, and he's really reacting to it, right?
Yeah, he is. I mean, we can see it on the outside. Even Ruiz's trainer is seeing it on the outside as well, and wants Ruiz to hit him more to the body. I agree with that. What usually happens, the fighter can't see it. You know, he throws a body punch, but he doesn't see the reaction because he's worrying about the other guy throwing his punch in back. That's why the corner really helps. He can identify what to throw and say to Ruiz, hey, you hurt into the body, go back to the body.
Great point. That's a great point. But look, I mean, he's going there for a reason. I think he was told to go to the body in the corner, and he's doing a great job. And I'm sure he watched that Parker tape and knew where he was vulnerable. But I got to tell you, Dimintrenko's really kind of holding on for dear life here right now. He's not being very active, and he doesn't look like he's trying to force his will on Ruiz at all.
Well, only one body shot landed by Dimintrenko over the first 3 rounds plus 2 minutes. Incredible. By the way, the referee, Ray Corona, came over in between rounds and told us that that was not a knockdown back in the 3rd round.
Okay. Well, he's closer to the action, so he should know.
Marcos Villegas, how have you scored it?
clean shutout so far for Andy Ruiz Jr., 30-27. I think, a lot of the times the reason why Dimintrenko is hesitant is that he's too slow to be able to fire off any shots. He's worried that he's going to get countered by the faster Ruiz.
All right, thanks, Marcos. Time winding down in round 4, scheduled for 10. Heavyweights Andy Ruiz Jr. and Alexander Dimitrenko. Welcome back to Premier Boxing Champions from Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Kenny Albert with the champ Lennox Lewis, Joe Goosen, and Heidi Antrol. A look at the setting, the sunlight, outdoors here in Carson. '65-degree evening, mostly sunny skies.
And of course, the sun is now pretty much out of the ring.
You had down there earlier today, Lennox?
Looks good.
Well, it's looked good over the first 4 rounds for Andy Ruiz Jr. Over to Heidi.
Thank you very much, Kenny. Coach, I heard you say and look back and say he's not fighting. What did Alex say to you?
Yes, I don't know. He has to. I told him he has to punch. If he doesn't fight, then it makes no sense to stay in the ring.
What? Did you talk to him about body shots?
We talked about everything before and now. He has to bring the uppercuts.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, thanks, Heidi. So, Sebastian Speak, a bit puzzled about the lack of body shots from Dimintrenko.
It's kind of what we were discussing last round. Dimintrenko just isn't doing anything. It looks like he's not trying. He's just waiting for something to happen. Hopefully he'll land one big punch. But right now, again, it's Ruiz putting the pressure on, backing him up, and Dimintrenko's real hesitant. He thought he threw something like that. But I'll tell you, it's Ruiz all the way.
Well, Dimintrenko's repertoire of punches, he needs to...
Oh! Hit right by Ruiz.
This is what happens with Ruiz. When he hurts you, he will finish you. If he gets the opportunity.
Yeah, Ruiz needs to go to the body right now. Dimintrenko's looking to hold on because he's hurt. He needs a little bit more rest. He wants to recover from that shot. Ruiz is just setting him up right now, getting ready to throw that big right hand.
Midway through, round 5 scheduled for 10. Ruiz has landed 61 punches, Dimintrenko only 19. Left jab by Ruiz. Well, Lennox, you mentioned Dimintrenko did not really want to share his game plan with us. He did tell us he reads a lot, writes poetry, and gave up television 7 years ago.
I think I know why he didn't want to share his game plan with us, because it doesn't look like he has one, to tell you the truth. I think he's just fighting by the seat of his pants here, and whatever hopes he had and thought he was going to do, he's not pulling it off, and his trainer was right. He says, what are you doing? You're not doing anything.
And sometimes you will get that, you'll discuss the game plan before the fight, and then all of a sudden the boxer goes in the ring and he forgets about it. And the trainer wants to say, hey, what about the things that we talked about? Why are you not doing them? And there's no reason, because it's not in the fighter's head. He doesn't know what the fighter's thinking. But the fighter could be thinking, hey, he doesn't want to get hit, so he doesn't want to throw that shot or take that chance.
That's it. That was a nice counter right hand by Dimintrenko after that chance.
10 seconds remaining. It has been all Andy Ruiz Jr. over the first 5 rounds here in Carson, California. It is all over here in Carson. Andy Ruiz Jr. goes to 32-1.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout has been stopped at the end of round number 5. A referee in charge, Ray Corona, calls a halt to the contest upon advice of the corner. He is the winner by way of knockout. It is Premier Boxing Champions debut, the Destroyer, Andy Ruiz Jr.